Hello, welcome back. This is just a short video to take a look into this repair bug that's been in play for this game. Um, I think we need to actually understand it better, so what I'll do is I'll share with you how the repair bug is completed. It's gone as of tomorrow morning, so yeah, we're not going to be giving away a secret that can be used for long. But what we'll do is a comparison here as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to repair this pistol. We'll do it the old-fashioned way first. So we're going here, we repair the item, and as you can see, 4% of that is now permanently damaged. It's not a lot. It was only slightly damaged anyway, so it's not the end of the world, right? For other items such as dispenser belts, compactors, cut arrays, things like that, once you've used it a little bit, that damage racks up pretty quickly, and the cost of repair of those is a lot higher. So if we just have a little look at this welding torch, it's only one Dura and one cobalt paste, but the problem is you get to a certain point and then you have to craft a welding torch. Which will be on my vehicle fabricator, I think, which I haven't got here. Is it available on here? No. But like my Kind's cut array, if I'm going to have to create these from afresh really rapidly because of the burn down, it's not going to be fun for me. Yeah, so anyway, next we'll look at the repair glitch. So what you do is you place a box, put the item in the box. You then delete said box, pick up the item, turn on stream mode. You don't need to do that as part of the thing, but then you log out to the main menu, 30 seconds, or thereabouts. When you're at the main menu and you've waited your 30 seconds, all you do is click continue. Get taken back into the game. To load it back in, check your inventory, and that item is now fully repaired. As you can see, the 4% loss is gone. So that was the bug. Without that bug, and only getting partial durability back every time you repair something, you very quickly burn everything down. As you can see, ahead of this patch, I have repaired everything. My suspensor belt, this is from about 2 minutes use, just as I was going to a storage box that's quite high up in my base, so I used my suspensor belt a few times to get the tappers double out. Yeah, it's not great. The rate in which your weapons break down and your tools break down, especially the so these are the two best compactors and cut arrays in the game. They burn down fast, so I can probably do 2 medium spice fields with 1 compactor Mark 6. What we'll do is we'll quickly just run over to the survival thing, and we can see that in order to build that, we need 700 water. That's no problem. 45 plastanium. That's not a problem right now. EMF generators, I need 24 of those. I've only got 22 of those in stock. And the real bugbear here is the spice infused plastanium dust. My base was recently robbed by somebody that I gave a tour to, and they decided to take all of my spice infused dusts. So I've got a little bit of plastanium spice infused dust, and I've got a little bit of each of the different tiers where I've refarmed them. But it takes a while to get those dusts. For the Mark 6 gear, it's just not on. Like 83 melange, that would be quite expensive for your average player. I've got 1,400-ish. Thermoelectric coolers, they're easy. Improved Holtzman actuators are easy. EMF generators are easy, really. You can get those from all the caves. Hence the little cave image on them. I really despise that they don't have more of these little images next to the items so that you know where you can get them from. These two have got pictures of caves on them, which I think means you can get them out of caves. But I've never seen one in a cave. The Kind's Cut Array is another one that's really costly to replace. It's the best cut array in the game by far. Once again, uses similar levels of items. But it's just a pain, right? If I'm going to be doing that all the time, I'm very quickly going to run out of materials. So, not ideal. Yeah, I think the original repair system was supposed to be a bit of a balance for resource scarcity, but right now it just feels really punishing. I've only been using this repair glitch for the past month or so, but this has been live in-game for, well, I think somebody mentioned to me that they'd been using it since June, and they'd tried different ways of doing it as well. The reason I've done it in here and not in the PTC is because in the PTC it's been patched, so you can't do it anymore in there. But yeah, so it's when you're spending like hours gathering components and things to only have your gear die halfway through farming or halfway through a fight. That's not survival gameplay, that's just frustration. The 100% repair bug wasn't intended, obviously, but it highlighted a real problem with repair costs and item lifespans being out of sync with how much we're forced to use that gear. Fixing the exploit's fine, but the system itself needs a rebalance as a result of that. Yeah, so if you think Funcom needs to tweak repair durability in the next patch, let me know. Also, drop a comment if you think this is a good thing. You think that they should actually keep the repair costs as high as they are. Like, is this turning into a more hardcore survival game? I'm just gonna turn this off because I'm not using this base at the moment. Like, how would you tailor things for this moving forward? I'm really interested to see what the wider audience of Dune Awakening feels like. Yeah. So drop a comment, like the video, hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed the video content. I certainly didn't enjoy the video content for this one. I'm now off to go and farm more gear, and then I've got to break down my DD base, move that all back. I mean, with how much this game does not respect your time, this is just another example of it not respecting your time. It wants you to spend hours and hours and hours farming, building, ferrying. It's almost like they're trying to steer you away from having the gear in order to be able to do all the end game stuff. And it's just disappointing. Like, players are going to start avoiding fights to preserve their gear. Exploration becomes risky because of wear and tear, not the danger. Building and trading will get throttled because fewer people want to waste resources repairing tools that won't last a day. So, the marketplace is going to become flooded with gear for people to be able to rebuild things. And that's potentially a good thing if you've got a lot of stock. But for those players that don't have a lot of stock, they now won't be able to buy those bits cheap anymore because the prices will be inflated in the marketplace, and they won't be able to afford, or they won't have the items available to farm as easily because in the PvP zones, this is in the deep desert, sorry. But they're going to have to now run around Haga, going to all the Haga locations, trying to collect EMF generators, microfiber plasteel, all those kind of things. I think, just as a kind of ending statement, durability systems in survival MMOs are always controversial. They're either too convenient or too strict. And I think the bug made it too lenient. It damaged the economy in most servers. But going this way at the moment, it feels too strict, and that kind of just kills the fun a bit. As I say, right now, Dune Awakening is leaning too far towards punishment for utilizing gear. I know it's a survival game, and that's normal, but it shouldn't be too punishing. I should probably be able to rely on a Mark 6 compactor to survive, 5, maybe 6 medium spice blows before having to repair it. And each time I repair that, that 4% on that attack was double. That was only because I'd only had a tiny amount of damage on it. If I'd have more damage on it, I think it works out to be about 10%, something like that. I can't remember exactly, but even when you then apply all the buffs to your repairing and your durability and things like that, it only comes down a little bit. So let's say it's 15% damage as standard and you get a 10% buff. That's not actually 10. It's not meaning that your repair costs 5%. It's 10% off of the 85%. So yeah, that would bring you to 90 something percent, 92, 93%, which is just not ideal. I mean, when you've got all those repair things and you're repairing something that's been damaged in that way, hey, it's fine in a sense if you are loaded up with items and gear and you've got all the repair items that you're ever going to need. It's fine, but for the most players, like if you go out to the DD, you tend not to take repair items with you. Like you're not going to want to. Let's just have a little look at the repair station. Let's say I wanted to repair my dart for every man. I'm not going to take extra plastinium ingots with me. I'm not going to take extra silicon. I'm not going to take extra spice infused dust with me. I will rely on what I get from the DD. Like the Holtzman shield, same again, plastinium, melange, spice infused dust, the dart for every man. We just did. Pincushion helmet. I mean, these things, they just eat into your stores quite quickly. I mean, I know we're only talking 4 items for each of these. Litajon Mark 6. It's only 3 items, but these are things that you need a lot. I mean, just look at how many silicon blocks I've got. I've only got 182. If I'm repairing all of these things as well, that's just going to force me down the path of having to farm more and more and more stuff, for want of a better word. The welding torch. Let's turn this back on. So the welding torch has got minimal damage. If we repair that, it goes up to 99% because it had minimal damage. It'll probably be the same for the suspensor belt. Yeah, 99%. So there are instances where it's not the end of the world, right? All of these have got tiny bits of damage on them. I don't think I've got anything with more severe damage on it at the moment. I'll just quickly go and have a look. But where you are repairing bigger chunks of damage, the cost is higher. But it's not a cost over time. It's not like if you repair early, then you get the maximum benefit. That chunk of damage extends quicker over time. So let's have a look. Got anything in here? Nothing in there. That's just my spice. That's fuel cells. No. Yeah, it doesn't look like I've got anything that I can example this with. Actually, yes I do. Let me go get a water bottle. Right, so you can see some of these have been repaired previously. We'll take one that's at half health, and we'll take one that's been partially repaired at almost half health. And then what we're just going to do is we're going to dump that water back into the system if we can. There we go. Okay, the door has just shut in my face. Yeah, just not ideal really. So if we repair these two items, obviously they won't repair to the same level because one is more heavily damaged than the other already. It's been repaired once before. But right, let's do the standard deciliter, John. It's at 50 health. This one's at 60, so not a bad comparison. That should go up to 99. Perfect. Okay, so we'll do the 60 one first, actually. So it's only got 60 health maximum out of 92. It's already lost 8%. I have repaired that once. Now we're down to 89%. For the 50, that's going to go down to 95. So it's taking 5%. I've got maximum repair perks. So I've lost 5% on one repair. Or on 2 repairs, I've lost 11%. It just gives you an idea of how quickly those things start to deteriorate. So yeah, anyway, let me know your thoughts. The bug's gone. Frustration of repairing all the time remains. We'll see how things go, and we'll see whether the devs actually rebalance anything. But yeah, just let us know your thoughts. It would be really cool to get some actual interaction off the back of this video. I haven't had a lot of it so far. But yeah, let me know what you think, and we'll see you in the next one.